Hello, this is going to be Avad to give you a quick tour around our package CCE deployment in Richardson, Texas. As you navigate here to our CIS demo SIG here, you'll come up against the front page of our CIS demo page. Up at the top has the PCCE 9 tab, so you go ahead and click on that, and that'll take you over to the CCIC Lab PCCE features. There's a number of features here. We're going to spend some time on where you can get your information, register the Jabber client, and also with the IPC phone. Specific area, so you want to go to the lab user list. I'll bring you to this page here. There's a download here. Take you directly to an Excel sheet, and this is where you will find your information, your LDAP username, your first name, last name, obviously your email, and then the extensions assigned to you along with your DID numbers. Where we're going to be spending time today is on the Jabber extension. These are extensions that are assigned to your Jabber account. So you utilize these in the extension portion when logging into Finesse. The next place that we want to look at here is in the Jabber CCIE lab, getting started. This right here will actually walk you through the Jabber connection settings that you need to set for your Jabber client. You can use your existing Jabber client on your Windows machine. Go in and make the changes that are recommended here, and you'll come up as a Jabber. So I'll kind of walk through that here for you. As you have your Jabber client, you're going to want to go ahead and log out of your client and then go into the File menu here and change the connection settings as they show right here within the example. So what you'll do is you go ahead and radio button here to the Cisco Unified Presence, and then down below login server, use the following server, which is our CCIC-PCCE9-CUPS, and then domain would be ccic.com. Go ahead and do a save at this particular point. Now your username and password, which we looked at before on the Excel sheet, will be there. In this particular case, we'll use Bob Benners here and go ahead and log in. It's a default Cisco, capital CISCO, 123, CISCO, and we'll go ahead and log in. While you're logging in here, what I've done is I've gone ahead and utilized my other IE client. So I've got everything kind of set up here as far as where my Finesse login page is. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. And so what you do here is you want to use your, you can use a supervisor ID, agent ID, where I'm going to go ahead in here and use my first agent ID, which is 41241. My login here is Cisco lowercase 123, and then I'm going to use the ID of the Jabber, which in my case I'm going to go ahead and use Bob Benners here, which is the 44 extension number, and go ahead and log in. This will log in here and actually use this particular client, and you should be ready to go. If you receive an error stating that it's a wrong extension, it doesn't recognize the client, just make sure your password is correct. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at here within the lab features is the utilizing IP Communicator to register as an agent. So we'll go ahead and click on that link, and that'll take us over here to the package CCE Demo Lab IP Communicator. This has the TFTP service in which you need to configure. Go ahead and bring up my communicator here. I've registered, however, we'll kind of walk through that here. Go ahead and bring this down and go into Preferences. Under the Network tab, then you want to go ahead and match up the TFTP servers. At this point, you will have your ID of the telephone itself up here under the device name. Go ahead and register this. So again, both my TFTP servers, I'll go ahead and do an OK here. This will come up in a register. After configuring your IP communicator, if in fact you come up with a 4-digit number versus the 5-digit agent ID that we have here, then you need to return back to the CIS Demo SIG page under Support. Once you're under Support, then you'll see all discussions here. Go ahead and go to the PCCE Support page. Go ahead inside here and put in a support requests by adding new discussion. Give your 4-digit extension number and the fact that you're configuring your IP communicator, and they will go in and make the appropriate changes within Communications Manager to provide you with your agent ID. Returning back to my IP communicator here, I'll go ahead and move this over. Again, I'm using IE just because I have everything already set up there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up, sign into my Finesse here. So under Finesse here, I'll go ahead and sign in with my agent ID, 241. The password for all these are lowercase Cisco, 123, and then the extension number of the IP communicator, 41241. And go ahead and sign in at this particular point, and you should bring up the interface here in order to take the calls. If you need to have your call information as to what DIDs and everything else, please refer back, as I'm going to here, to the Excel sheet. This will give you all your DIDs, agent IDs, and everything else for you to process telephone calls. Hopefully this will help with your next demonstration.